I'm here on TradingView.com checking out the Bitcoin price for the past year. Currently trading at 64.68. Zooming out, trying to get a better perspective as to where the prices will be headed to or could be headed to in the next few months. And how about EOS, guys? EOS is currently trading at $10.30. After this weekend, the blockchain was put to a halt. There was a bug discovered, and I'm over here on Cointelegraph.com. You can see this article posted. EOS blockchain is back up and running again after yesterday's pause. Okay, there is some critiques floating around the space, and you guys should know about them. Over here on Coindesk.com, there is an article posted. EOS may be live, but it's still got crypto critics debating. Okay, I'll have that link down below. Today, we'll be talking about the Bitcoin price recovery. Will it happen sooner, later, or are we going to have to wait? And we'll be talking about this EOS bug. How will it affect the price moving forward? And more. It's the voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thanks for tuning in. Big shout out to all the worldwide crypto maniacs out there that are kabooming the like button and the subscribe button. Guys, if you haven't already, kaboom the likes right now, the subscribe, and turn on the post notification bell so that you're staying tuned in to the good crypto word that we spread here daily, guys. Getting straight to it, Bitcoin price recovery. Do we wait? Is it going to happen sooner than later? When will Bitcoin reawaken? I'm zooming out here so I can get a better perspective. You can see I drew a line here from the low back in September of 2017 to the prices to the low prices to where it could be now, and then also another one from the low here. So basically, what I did is created a channel here from the lows, from the highs here. I started with the high in March and connected it to the high in May. You can see that this channel here, basically, this area right here is where I believe we're going to be trading at for the next few months, okay? So you can see that, we may be in this range right here till August, maybe even September. Now, again, it's important to note that Champagne is not a trading analyst. If you're looking for professional crypto advice, YouTube is not the place to find it. I'm just a crypto maniac boomer who's sharing my personal opinion. I could be right or wrong. Okay, guys, make sure you go ahead and do your own research, secure your own bags, be your own man, and take responsibility. It's the way the boomers roll. Guys, EOS currently at $10.30. There is some critiques headed on or arising from the EOS blockchain pause that occurred yesterday. You could read about what occurred on this article here on Cointelegraph. You can see that the EOS blockchain was taken offline for 5 hours just days after launch due to a bug until a centralized company, Block One, issued a patch to block producers. And this software had a $4 billion in funding, making it hard not to be critical, folks. And I must agree, there has to be some criticisms here. I believe that EOS is a social experiment like no other, and I'm a believer in the blockchain, although I don't think that it's free from criticism. You guys should check out this Coindesk.com article. EOS may be live, but it's still got some crypto critics debating some more criticisms. And again, I never expected this blockchain to launch without any hiccups. Okay, like I said, this is a social experiment like no other, and there's going to be up, downs, and swings in between. Okay, guys. EOS coins, this is a critique about the voting. Let me see. There's a critique about the centralization that I found legitimate here from Amin Goon Sirer. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. He says here on Twitter, EOS isn't even trying. It simply starts out as a centralized system, and it can simply remain under centralized control because it can always pick future quorums under its own control. If you don't trust the initial server, you shouldn't trust the system. EOS isn't for you. 3 out of 5, says this gentleman here. And I think that's a legitimate critique. There is some critiques that it has some sort of centralized features, although there is 21 block producers that are out there campaigning and running as candidates right now. That's already been secure. The blockchain has been declared active, and you can see who the block producers are currently. There's 21 of them, and this is moving in real time, so you can continue to vote, and this could change at any moment. Right now, EOS Canon out of China is the top block producer. EOS Liquid, EOS Canada, EOS Beijing, EOS Store Best, EOS Authority, and a few others. all the way down to number 21. You'll see that everybody else under 21 is basically trying to get those votes so that they can creep on into the top 21 and start receiving rewards. I read somewhere that the rewards for a block producer amounts to something like 10,000 EOS per month. Okay, 10,000 EOS coins per month. So, I mean, it's a boomer like no other. So you can see why there is an incentive for these block producers to secure the nodes out there, guys. EOS will be and is the first blockchain with a constitution. You can read the constitution right now over here at GitHub. I'll have it linked down below. It's important to know that this constitution that exists now is an interim constitution, and it is intended to remain in effect until a permanent constitution is written and ratified in referendum. Now, guys, it's important you do your own research because Champagne's holding the bag of EOS. I'm a believer. I think this is a great social experiment. I mean, it could go either way. It's important when you get into any cryptocurrency, including Bitcoin, never to risk more than you can afford to lose with any sort of investment or speculation that you're doing. This is my personal opinion, guys. Take it as a grain of salt. But you know, I'm in there with no more than I can afford to lose, and I'm a believer in EOS. I think that this is going to set a precedent for blockchains to come. Okay, guys, that's my personal opinion there. Check out these links that I have posted down below. What Champagne is doing now is, I went to vote actually this weekend, but being that the blockchain was paused, I also paused in my action to vote, and I haven't voted yet, which I probably will do today or tomorrow. You know, I'm back on the chain right now. I'm back basically on the networks looking at what's going on, and you know, I saw that this storm blew over, and I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised at all. You know, this is a new blockchain, and usually when there's new technology that launches, there bugs can occur. Okay, we've seen bugs occur in some of the largest platforms out there on the internet, including Google, Facebook, Twitter, and others. So, you know, being that EOS has a little hiccup now and it was patched in 5 hours, some people are going to be very harsh in their criticism. Me, not so much. But, you know, I do think that these critics here, when they pose questions about the centralization of EOS when it comes to block one, I think it's a legitimate concern. Okay, I don't, you know, some people are also criticizing the ledger, whether it's truly immutable or not, being that EOS transactions can be reversed. Some are questioning whether, you know, this blockchain is immutable and if it really sticks to the ethos of the blockchain community. You know, that's debatable as well. But again, I think this is something that's a little different when it comes to governance and the way they're handling it. And I think it's a great social experiment. I think that, you know, I want to give it a shot. And I'm still bullish when it comes to EOS and Bitcoin. Although from the charts that I'm reading here and I'm checking out the whole market, you know, there's a strong possibility out there, crypto maniacs, that we will be trading sideways, okay, all throughout the summer. And that's fine after a kaboom like no other at the turn of the new year. I think it's fine. Things are starting to level out, and you can see that we're substantially higher than we were just a year ago, where Bitcoin was, you know, somewhere in the $2,000 range. So, I mean, we're up at least 3x from last year. And if you pulled out some profits when Bitcoin kaboomed, you may be up even more. So this is, you know, basically my chart. You know, I think it's going to be somewhere around here. You know, I'm calling it. It's going to stay around this range for June and July. You know, again, things may change. I don't think it's going to go much lower. You know, it shouldn't go any lower than this low here. I identify this as the bottom, in my opinion, after the complete kaboom when the market sold off and there was plenty of FUD there back in February. I think the all-time the low there, the support level will be about $5,900, and I'll be pressed to see it go any lower than that, although it may. Okay, but my call here, my prediction is that it'll be trading sideways, perhaps throughout the summer, and maybe it'll take a swing there back in, you know, when it comes around to September. We saw things really take a turn for the better back in October, so perhaps we'll, you know, trade sideways all the way down to here before it kabooms, you know. So it could, you know, do something like this and then boom sometime around September or October if it follows some of the patterns that it did last year. Okay, and some are calling even for higher highs. You know, Champagne still has the target range for $1 trillion market cap come sometime late 2018 or sometime in 2019, that could put Bitcoin at $30,000, in my opinion. Again, take all my opinions with a grain of salt. I'm just a crypto maniac boomer. If you're looking for pro advice, YouTube's probably not the place to find it. Go find yourself an advisor. Otherwise, do your own research. Secure your own bag, your private keys. Be your own man. It's the crypto way out there. Let me know what you think about Bitcoin, the future of its price. Where will it head to this summer? And the same thing for EOS. What do you think about EOS? Have you voted? Are you waiting? What are your praises or criticisms when it comes to EOS? Guys, I'm still bullish when it comes to EOS, okay? And there's a possibility that it may take a little dip again as it goes through its growing pains now in its first quarter of its launch. But anyhow, I think it's going to be a boom like no other. This is coming at as a direct competitor to Ethereum. And might I mention, I think Ether also looks sexy. There's been talks out there about Ether launching its proof of stake system, the Casper, and some other type of techs. And Ether it also looks sexy for Champagne as well. I did mention it on one of the videos I did last week, I believe, as one of the better crypto deals in the market now that things are down. And perhaps, Ether may be able to exist, or excuse me, EOS may be able to exist alongside Ether. Okay, so some say that one should overtake the other and only one could exist, but perhaps there's a place for both of them. We just don't know. Exciting times in crypto, real exciting times in crypto. I think this is where opportunities are made when the market is down, when views are low, when critics are out pointing fingers and spreading FUD. I think this is where the men secure the bags and they go back on the field, wave their flag, stake it in the ground, and claim what's theirs, guys. This could be the calm before the next crypto kaboom. We may have to be patient throughout the summer and just wait it out until maybe the fall or maybe even into the new year. Okay, but if you're a believer, then you can understand my perspective, guys, because this technology, in my opinion, is like no other, and this is going to be a transfer of wealth. Or is not gonna be, it has been already a transfer of wealth. Again, this is just my personal opinion. You could take it with a grain of salt. Some may agree, some may disagree, and I will continue to yell, scream, and kaboom on these networks. We won't stop. We won't stop booming. And again, I tell you again, I think this is the time that the boomers really secure their positions. Okay, guys, there's some good crypto deals out there. I'll have the video of my opinions down below. Some of the crypto deals that I believe are great snags, great buys on these red tag discount events. And to spread positive news out there, I don't think things are going to go much lower. Okay, and I'm hard pressed to see things go under 5,800. If they do, the bottom could be over here. The next bottom will be about 50. Probably 56. So 58, 56. I mean, 55 is the bottom. 58 the most. Again, we saw things take a dip to 61 and they immediately sprung back. Let's look at this one-day chart and see how things are looking right now. We still may be on the lower end of the day. You can see a little upward trend there. So let's see. We need to break. We got to break through about 67, 68 before we can expect the $7,000 range. But I'm not expecting it anytime immediately. Okay, I'm not expecting it anytime immediately. We may just have to be patient here with one eye closed and the other eye open on the sniper scope of the rifle, just patiently waiting like a sniper here in the foxholes, waiting for the right move to fire, fire, fire. Okay, so always keep one in the chamber. It's my personal opinion. Always be ready for these crypto storms out there. Have the storm supplies ready, guys. The perishable goods. Put up the shutters if need be. We're seeing crypto storms right now, and we'll just hodl right through it. We'll hodl right through it. And for the boomers that have more fiat, fire, 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 and keep collecting the bags. Okay, I don't see things going really much lower than 58, maybe even 56, but I don't see it dropping under 5. I'll tell you that much. It's a personal opinion. I may be wrong, and that's okay. I'm bullish anyhow when it comes to the bits, and I'll hodl through the storm and do what I can to secure more bags out there. Let me know about EOS. Check out the Constitution to read it through. This is the first blockchain with a Constitution. You could read this. Again, this is a work in progress. We'll be voting on this Constitution again, so this thing is not set in stone. And that's kind of what I like about EOS. People could vote, and things could change, including transactions, which some people may or may not like that. Okay, if it's not for you, then I would invite you to look at other cryptocurrencies, and perhaps there's a space for all these cryptos, or a few of them at least. I don't think that most of the cryptos are going to survive, but we'll see these top 10 coins, which one will be the victors and which ones will be the victims. Which one are you guys? Drop a comment below. Again, Champagne's bullish for the long gunner, but although I think we just got to be prepared for a possible bear market here for the summer. Okay, and I don't want anyone crying about it. I just want to be tough and hodl through the storm, because there's definitely light at the end of the tunnel when it comes closer to the new year. Again, I think that we will hit $1 trillion market cap sooner than later, and there is billionaire boomers out there that are calling for a $100 trillion market cap, $200,000 Bitcoin. I don't know if I believe all that. I'll tell you the truth, but my targets are for a $30,000 Bitcoin within a year or so. To be honest, keep it 1,000 with the boomers worldwide. But drop a comment below. Let me know how you feel about EOS, about Bitcoin, and about the cryptocurrency market caps in general, guys. I know if you're listening and you're staying listening here, you're a true boomer. Right now, all the baby bear cubs, all the little mice have scrambled. Some of the soldiers out there on the battlefield have gone AWOL. And that's okay. We only need boomer men here on the field that will continue to hodl the line when others have lost confidence and they've lost some faith. We keep moving forward out there. We're bullish for the long gunner, and let's see if we're right. Let's put our money where our mouth is and continue to move forward, guys. Again, kaboom the like, kaboom the subscribe, turn on the post notification bells. It is your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber, the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thanks for tuning in.